Okay, it's recording.
Is it a screw? Does it feel like it's stuck?
Oh, we need to take the tape off.
Yeah.
Is this recording?
For sure.
Is it like flashing?
Yeah, it's flashing orange. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then we're gonna tape the sides here a little bit.
Awesome.
Okay.
Do we hold this? Can we hold this? You want us to hold the parachute? Oh, I got it. We got it. Can we let it go? We have to let it go. Let it go. Can we? Slowly? Okay, slowly. Ready? Go. Go. Let go. Ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Box!
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Hey guys, I didn't speak a little bit. Well, would you guys like to see what the physics club is doing right now? Follow me. Alright, so this is the physics club.
What's good?
We're working on our high altitude balloon. It's crunch time. So this is our head of electronics, ground driver, and as you can see,
I'm hard at work right now.
he's hard at work. We have our 2 club leaders, Mr. Joseph and Mrs. Buffy, and we'll self over there. We are working on reducing the mass of our payload. I see this is our payload that we're about to send in.
What am I doing? I am trying to get a screw off. That doesn't work.
And
Because it's a star, and who invents a star screw?
Working on the Raspberry Pi.
What exactly?
The gyroscope.
And what is a gyroscope?
Just to
measure
know
stuff
what
and, like,
direction we're going,
yeah,
if it's going
direction,
up,
speed,
down,
stuff like
or
that, yeah.
sideways.
have you been turning it right the whole way?
Right. She's been typing it the whole time.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
So we're part of the electronics team, and we're programming the Raspberry Pi in order for it to connect to the sensors. The sensors being the thermometer, the barometer, what else is it? The Geiger counter. Sorry? And the gyroscope.
What is the things that we're measuring? Like, what does that?
So
Numbers
specifically.
Numbers of
Things. So barometer, it records the pressure. The thermometer being, it records the temperature. And the Geiger counter helps us determine the radiation that occurs up in the stratosphere, or atmosphere, I should say.
Wow,
Got any more questions?
very interesting what he's talking about. I'm having fun.
So I want to do. I want to write this. So I want to go data.
To the. Oh, hi there.
Welcome. What's the question?
All right, what did you guys do to prepare?
We spent lots of time after school. We made prototypes.
Originally, we had a cardboard like model of this. We made 2 models. This was the first, and it was just gonna be a tetrahedron. It was a lot of that one. It looked cooler, and we also thought that it's there was more space on the bottom to put our electrical and science devices.
There's more opportunities for like camera positioning too.
Yeah, definitely.
We were extremely overweight because we had put tape over top of it.
We coated the entire thing in a lot of duct tape.
Yeah.
So then we had to take a lot of that off, and then also
you can like kind of see
like the bottom. We stripped off the majority.
Initially the tape was yellow, but we just took it all off and painted it yellow.
And we did shave a little bit of the foam down, and there was some of the stuff the electronics team wanted to put in that we were like, no, too heavy. Make it smaller or it doesn't go in. And then they did, so it all worked out.
Like we freehand cut everything here.
Yeah, just using X-Acto knives. I think a steak knife
And
at one point.
a protractor.
A protractor, yeah.
I'm pretty proud of the angles we got.
How long do you think you guys spent in total working on the payload? How much like hours?
We probably spent about 12 cutting
Just cutting it, and then plus all the taping and everything we did here. So at least 20 hours total. Yeah, plus all the driving and stuff, that adds a couple hours easy.
And just waiting in the classroom for like the electronics team and the science team to get everything together so that we could put it in the actual payload. But that took 3 or 4 hours too.
And we tried to build the hot wire cutter.
Yeah, if you include us trying to build things that didn't work.
That was about 4.
That was, yeah, 4.5 hours. Yeah, some things exploded.
Yeah.
Some people were almost set on fire. Mainly me.
Oh, hey. I was a part of the electronics team. We did the programming and soldering for the board and for the electronics on the balloon.
What did you sort of do to prepare?
We used Python to code everything. It took a long time to get the Raspberry Pi up and working. We don't know why, just because it's open software and it sucks. And it just, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It takes a while to set up. Our team had to fix a problem with our Geiger counter, do some soldering last minute. We ordered it from some website that was sketchy in Russian. Well, I don't think it was sketchy, but like, you know, Russian. We started figuring out what did we want to do, what type of experiments. We had to talk to the science team about what they wanted to do. We had to buy some wires, a Raspberry Pi, some memory, whatever. So once all that came in, it was about now, say, a month to 3 weeks before the launch. That's when we started actually getting everything together, started the programming. About the last week is when crunch time hit, and we basically had, I'd say, 10% of everything done. So every day after school, there for 5-6 hours working on it, programming, making sure everything runs properly.
Action.
It is 6:54 in the morning.
We're about to head up to Alonsa, Manitoba to go launch our high altitude balloon. Pretty psyched, full send.
All very awake. Oh man.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
We drove 150 kilometers north to an elementary school where we started to set up our high altitude balloon.
And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then.
Setting up our high altitude balloon, and as you can see, is currently 10:18.
Getting our payload ready, getting our sights ready to launch. Pretty psyched, big launch.
Oh! Whoa! That's good. No.
Anybody who's going near the balloon, like we already said, you're gonna have gloves so you don't even get the oil of your skin
on the balloon, and anything metal, if you have buttons or zippers, anything has to be taped.
Wait, put them in right now before we tape them down. You just
How big is it gonna get?
Probably like a lot bigger.
Don't touch your face. Don't touch any skin. If you need a nose scratch, we got scratchers. Yeah.
Designated nose scratcher. She's my nose scratcher and the sleeve roller upper. Where is it?
It's like right close to my eye.
Like there?
Yeah. Oh, very important job. Thank you.
Our nose scratcher.
Who's holding? I've never done some. You guys? Oils from your hands. You don't want that on the balloon.
It is going to be a balloon full of helium that wants to fly away, so we're going to have to keep that on the ground, and then we tie it off.
Like if you had like an open container of helium, the helium actually wouldn't go down because it's so much lighter than air.
Yeah, right. So we don't actually have to worry about the helium shooting out of the balloon once we take it off. It's just keeping the balloon from flying away.
It's the balloon shooting off from us.
Exactly.
We're setting up a bunch of cameras as well, just to see what we see, what it looks like up there. We hopefully see the curvature of the Earth, but I'm not 100% sold that we're gonna see it. I don't think we're going high enough. But we're also gonna just see what the atmosphere looks like as we go up. So our payload is built. It was complete a few weeks ago. We've just been putting the finishing touches on. We're filling up this balloon with helium. We're gonna anchor it down, and then we're going to test to see how much this balloon actually lifts up before we actually launch. We're about an hour out from launch time, and we're looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, okay, so we had 2 cameras on the payload. We had one at the top, which was meant to film the balloon and watch it get bigger. Our second camera was on the side, and it was supposed to film the Earth as we go up.
We're out here setting up the anchor for our high altitude balloon. As you can see, Kyle has the tape measure, and Mark over to your right is walking all the way for 30 meters so we know where to set up our anchor.
Why do we need an anchor?
So we can hold the balloon down. So we have one just for holding the balloon down while we have another person holding it from the other side. So then we could attach our payload to our high altitude balloon.
Make sure you grab it.
Today is Manitoba Association of Physics Teachers annual high altitude balloon flight day. And so we've got 13 schools from Winnipeg and Lundar, Manitoba, launching weather balloons with student-designed payloads full of scientific instruments, radios, and cameras that will be traveling into the stratosphere.
So we filled our balloon.
Okay.
And now we're just kind of waiting for the tech team to finish putting everything into the payload. Then we're gonna hook that up and take a picture or something, and then we're done.
We're sitting in the back of Mr. Neil's truck.
So we're just trying to fix up the Raspberry Pi. We're going to be charging everything up.
We're plugged into a monitor, making sure everything runs, making sure all the batteries were good. And then there was some last minute code I had to do in the back of the truck at the site. But we just, after that, we taped everything onto the payload, turned everything on, made sure all the lights are running, everything was good.
We're putting all the electronics into the payload and launch is soon, and everybody's excited. Everything's good. Oh wait, we moved put this right here. It's gonna be a little tight.
Yeah, everything's good. Take a last look.
Okay.
Lights are on. Yeah.
This is going through the middle. Do we want to tape any of this down? Is it going to pull on the camera? No, I think that would be fine.
You're telling me this.
You guys think this is all good? Before we go, let's make sure we check the cameras and make sure they're not dirty. So you're...
The bottom.
Yeah, the bottom will have to do that. Radio's on.
Do you want to use a carabiner on this?
No, no. Just in case. It hasn't been done before, let's not...
Do we have our passports?
Yeah, we can't cross the border.
Is it recording? Joseph!
Yeah, it's recording.
Watch your hair, Miss Murphy.
Sorry. And then this is...
Oh yeah, that was the one with the car. Sure. God. We can't take you across the border anyway.
No, don't. Cameras there. Cameras there. Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
okay.
this will go.
I hope that's in, like, nothing's covering that camera, like this stuff. It should be good, eh?
No, it'll be alright. Someone just double check this knot. I'm not the most confident man.
Not the most confident.
I'm trying to take the kids. I think that looks good. Let's do a couple more just for fun.
Yeah.
This seems, yeah.
Yeah, it seems good. Quadrupling was a good idea. I felt good.
We're about 15, 30 grams over.
Okay, that's good.
We need to feel running the script.
Yeah. Okay, and this is,
Geiger counter.
we're confident with this.
Do we want to wipe down
wipe
the
down.
other 2 lenses?
Okay. Do we want to put a little piece of tape on the outside of the camera just in case? No.
No, it won't slide out.
Okay. All right.
Ground control.
We're good to go.
To Major Tom.
Hey, Balloon, you ready? Anchor, you ready?
Ground control to Major Tom.
Okay. This is one ready to launch.
Wait, are we sure? Are we sure?
Go.
Do we have
Lock
to?
your
Oh my gosh.
Soyuz hatch and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Detach from station and may God's love be with you.
3, 2, 1, box!
This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. But it's time to guide the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I've left forevermore, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way.
We just launched, yeah, it was really good. It went up really high, really fast. Did not stay down at all. We're gonna go chase it now.
Here am I sitting in a tin can.
Alright, so here is the map of all of the HAB balloons. Going at 22 miles per kilometers an hour at 20,000 meters. 129 degrees right now.
So in the footage, there's a whole bunch of beeping sound, especially at the high altitudes. There's a lot, which is very hard to count. Those beeps are when alpha particles pass through the Geiger counter, so it counts how many, so it chirps every time an alpha particle passes by.
And before too long, I know it's time to go.
The pressure decreases exponentially as we go to higher altitudes. And at our maximum altitude, there is almost, wait, I think there's zero pressure. Yeah, there's almost zero pressure at the highest altitude.
Is it kilopascals?
Yeah.
Well, and that's when the balloon pops.
Yes, okay.
Right, and I guess that makes sense because the atmosphere is less dense, the pressure goes down.
Floating in my tin can, a last glimpse of the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing left to do.
The balloon is still rising. Right now it's at 24,000 meters. And we predicted that it would land around Carmen, but it's still rising, and it's supposed to make it to 30,000. Alright, little update. We are now, actually we did a little loop and we're going northeast now. We're still going up. We're at 27,000 meters.
Yeah, we're not gonna cross the border.
Here we go. This is good because some other schools have already crossed the U.S. border.
Have they?
Yep.
Well, the temperature goes down until about like 15 kilometers and then it starts going up again.
Why?
Atmosphere heated by the Earth, and the further away you get from the Earth, the less the heat.
But then it goes down and then back up, right?
Yeah, so it goes down, stops, and then goes back up because that's where the ozone layer is. So the ultraviolet radiation being trapped by the ozone layer heats it up, in which case the temperature increases.
I leaned back on my radio. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, that is all he said.
As it goes higher and higher, the atmospheric pressure becomes less and less. So the helium inside the balloon pushes harder and harder on the outside until you get to a certain point about 30 kilometers up where the balloon pops.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children do get it.
Oh, we're descending. No,
What?
Yep, 23,000.
What? That was fast.
Holy crap.
Ooh, we popped. Burst. We burst.
Did?
Yeah, we burst.
Yay. Yep, at 30,000. Crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Call Mr. Joseph.
Hello, Mr. Joseph.
Call him. Burst! Hey! We're burst! Woo!
Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or he'll get us locked up and fight. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
It looks like it's probably landed already, and
In a field?
yeah, looks like it worked. It's actually right near a road.
Nice.
So let's go try and retrieve it. To the actual launch, what were the things that you guys were most worried about?
It falling apart and breaking as it landed, I think.
I was worried about it breaking, yeah. I thought, I was kind of iffy about these.
Yeah.
Because they don't look strong.
And that was a 2 day before change as well.
Yeah, we changed that right
It was
before.
very last minute.
Yeah.
Because originally we had this.
I was worried that it wouldn't run for more than an hour because our batteries were last minute and very small. It did die early, but only half an hour before touchdown, so it's not too bad. It ran, I think our flight time was about 4 hours, and then, so it ran about 3.5 hours.
All right, so this is where the GPS brought us.
Right now, we are at some farmer's field looking to see if our hab is anywhere in sight. Right now, if you can zoom into Mr. Joseph, trying to have a talk with the family. And we're gonna be out there. Yeah.
So we're looking for the Pixis 1. So far we can't find it. However, it touched down. We're looking all around this farm field area. Nothing so far. No green diamond of some sort. And it's starting to stress us out because we do not know where it would be. For the most part, we think that the wind blew it in a different direction than what we suspected it to be.
I was walking through a field. I had just cleared a windbreak of trees, and I had emerged on the other side of the field.
Slight breeze from the southeast.
Yeah, exactly. And I had just entered into this other field, and from across the road, I could see this little, like, abnormal shape in the field that wasn't dirt. And then I yelled to Nick, "Is that it?" And he ran and got it.
I touched it first.
And everything was intact?
Yeah, yeah. The cameras were still running, and the Geiger counter was still beeping too.
From a camera perspective, I found it first. But
we all know it was me.
He did point it out.
I didn't see it. I think Nick saw it.
No, Eli saw it.
Oh, no,
he said, "What's that?" And I started running to it.
Can anyone call?
Woo! We got it!
Come this way!
Where's it at?
Yeah! They found it, yes!
Oh, good thing it didn't go in there.
Thanks for giving her a lift! Oh yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we captured it. No way!
It's like a yo-yo.
I remember that.
Going down south on that road, that's where we are. We're just on the
I think it's the same one.
South of the big
Back around that way.
Should I bite it?
Honestly, it's really
So,
Oh, don't get it.
what, the shrimp can hold how many?
There we go.
Oh, it's still recording.
There's an astronaut right here.
The whole boys were still recording.
Let's walk out of space, guys!
Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along? I won't do anything wrong. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along for a ride? Woke up this morning, I was feeling quite weird. Had flies in my beard, my toothpaste was smeared. Over my window they'd written my name, said so long, we'll see you again. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along? I won't do anything wrong. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along for a ride? Spaceman, won't you please take me along? I won't do anything wrong. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along for a ride?